The He is miracle food. It's the best for detoxing, cleansing, healing, removing inflammation, and boosting your immune system. It's suitable for all ages, and it helped me out tremendously during pregnancy. Allergen-free, gluten-free, 100% organic, all-natural, and vegan. Talkfordoctor.org, 818-429-1675.
And Pete talked about it, of the love of the minister. We talked about that for a couple times. And then the conversation with me and Jamar was so funny because me and Lord Jamar, we called Vlad like men. We said, let's call this man. We called this dude. Talk to him. I go, hey, man. I go, hey Vlad.
Hey, Jack.
I said, hey, Vlad, listen, man, apologize. And then Jamar goes, no, motherfucker, you need to fucking apologize or we're done. Yo, I'm serious to the motherfucker. He was like, no, nigga, we stand in our shit. If you ain't apologizing, the shit is over.
That's crazy.
I'm not even bullshitting you. That's exactly, he went from 0 to 100. It was done.
You wasn't ready.
You remember you was playing
Vlad. You wasn't ready.
Yeah, Godfrey, you had a show here in Dallas, and I remember when we came, I went backstage. I said, "What we gonna do, man? What we doing about Vlad?" And he was like, "What did he do?" I said, the Farrakhan stuff." You said, "Well, he's gonna apologize. He has to," and he didn't. And I was so proud of y'all for that. So, Minister Farrakhan, I'm not Muslim. I'm really not a religious person, but he's my favorite person, dead or alive. When people say if you could talk to somebody dead or alive, who would it be? Minister Farrakhan. So I love the minister, man. I had a conversation with him in the building. I love him. I love the minister. And be honest with you, I've done Vlad several times, and I even called Vlad one time to do Vlad because I wanted to clear up some shit, and he let me do it. But that's unforgivable, man. I don't know about y'all, but I get mad when I still see brothers go up there and do it.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, do you plan on going up to Vlad after this?
Who?
You. I'm just asking.
You sound
or do you stand in solidarity with the brothers? I'm just wondering.
I mean, even if he apologized today,
it's too late. It's too late.
No, it's over.
He wanted to press that button.
I just had to hear it officially.
Yo,
I had to let the record reflect.
But if his wife being black, he has black children. I know his wife. I knew his wife before he married her in New York. But he has a black wife. Then remember we was talking. He said, my wife said I don't have to apologize. Then he threw it on his wife. I'm like, I don't know.
All right, so why don't people still go up there acting like they're not aware of what he's doing?
I don't know.
It's kind of disturbing. To be honest, it's disturbing.
We just don't stick together for shit, man. Like, damn.
Because it's like we always got certain people that got that anti-attitude that's just like, well, fuck what they talking about. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do.
Huckleberry Finn,
I go through it. I've been going through it about the minister for years because, all right, so literally, not physically, but me listening to the minister saved me from a lot of trouble in the 90s. I was in a bad space, and then I started helping out with the Million Man March, going down to the mosque, doing things. And I'm not even religious. I was actually raised non-religious. So, but his words saved me. I was in a dark place. So now, fast forward, you have people that'll say, yo, you know, the Nation of Islam killed Malcolm X and Farrakhan, and they'll say all this garbage to make an excuse to still go there and do that. I'm not protesting for Farrakhan. I'm like, what? After all these, it's a weird, with our people, man, it's weird sometimes.
Yeah, man. And they asked me.
I think the younger, maybe I don't think the younger generation feels that connection to Farrakhan that some of the elders do. That's that might play a role. I'm sure there are people that feel like, well, Vlad is doing more for me to help feed my family than Farrakhan is. I mean, I'm just kind of getting in the heads of.
No, you 100%. You're 1,000% right.
Yeah,
I've heard those things. I've heard everything that you're saying and what I'm saying. But this is not kids. These are adults saying this.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I have friends that I've argued with about the minister You know,
there might be. I'm sure there are adults that feel that way. I know a few adults that don't necessarily hold Minister Farrakhan in the highest regard for one reason or another. Certain principles, certain aspects of his personal life don't sit right with a lot of people. So
I get it, but you can't say he hasn't fought for his people or been in. I don't know, man. He changed my life. That's all I can say. And I'm not even Muslim. I'm nothing. But his words alone have moved me enough to say, "Fuck you." Then, how about that?
Yeah. Wow. I'm not Muslim. I used to go see him live in Chicago at the mosque.
Me too.
All that. Just going to really white universities was when I used to really listen to him, because you at a white university and that shit got you through. You know what I mean? Made you proud. And I'm not, like I said, I ain't Muslim. I enjoy the Nation of Islam. I knew cats in it. We all know cats in it. But it was just like, you're black. And this is the message I want to hear. It's
messed up, man. I don't know. Again, dude was always cool up until that point.
Yeah. I don't know about the I don't know about the Scientology though that he talks about. I'm like, I don't know about
there were some questionable things that was going on prior to
that. What's up with that Scientology thing?
Farrakhan,
I don't know, man. He said that science and religion both have a platform together.
Well, they do, but Scientology I have a problem with. But science and religion.
But at the same time, my problem with Scientology and the fact that he deals with it is not big enough for me to like disrespect this man.
Not at all. Not at all.
Like that, you know what I mean?
And listen, all religions got something with the man. All religions got something that you can have a problem with.
Right.
There's a lot of unbelievable stuff. So, but with Farrakhan drifting off into the sign, I don't know. I don't even know none of that stuff. I just know, even if we judged off just what he did in the 90s and the 80s and the 90s, and if you just went from that, I don't know, man.
I don't write him off at all. But the fact that he Vlad disrespects our people, I don't care if it was Reverend Al Sharpton, bro. It's like, if we do that to any of his folk, what's funny is he got mad at Nick Cannon for making the statement he made. Right. And the thing is Vlad is not even a practicing Jewish man. Right. He's atheist. And all of a sudden he turned into super Jewish after this black dude said something about his folks. So then all of a sudden you say something about our people. And here's the topper. Farrakhan actually, the Nation of Islam provided him with security and interviews. And then you go and shit on the leader of those people. Like what? Like you should have been, I'm sorry right away. 1,000 sorries.
I could be misspeaking if y'all say this. I'm not saying this right, but I feel like he said that even though he was wrong about this, he was mad about stuff he said in the past.
Well, we're not talking about that.
Yeah, that too. He said,
he's kind of saying that he's holding him accountable for stuff he said in the past.
No,
that's why he doesn't
that's
want
fine, but you lied and you need to apologize for that. That's fine if you say, well, I still have a problem, but you didn't say sorry on the shit you said right on the spot. So fuck that.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's just basic unprofessional.
Yeah, exactly. That's just corporate companies, white corporate companies apologize when they fuck up. They go, we are sorry. We are so embarrassed. They'll say that. Right. Just to get back to business. And he couldn't do it because he's one of those dudes that's going to hang on to that white male shit. Because he can't see himself saying sorry to a black dude, but he'll fuck around with black women and do whatever. But to actually succumb, to actually say sorry to us, he doesn't see us as equals. He sees us as a fucking amusement ride that he can get on whenever he wants to. That's how I saw it. I was disappointed by the guy. We don't have a beef with him. I was just disappointed in him,
Speaking of white privilege, how about those Capitol